Hello, everyone. I'm Professor Robert Romano, and this is Sports History. Welcome. As you know, this is a summer session class, so it's basically a condensed version of the full semester class that we'll have over the next 5 weeks. So, what I'd like to do today is real simple. We're going to do some introductions, go over the syllabus, and then go over what we will need to do daily to succeed in this class. Fair enough? All right. So, by way of introduction, relatively simple. By midnight tonight, please write up a 1 to 1.5 pages at the most bio and course expectations. All right. So with regards to the bio, just give me who you are, where you're from, and what you would like to do in the area of sport. If sport is not your major, what you'd like to do in your major upon graduation from St. John's University. All right. And then the course expectations, what you'd like to get out of this class, what areas of sport history you want to learn about. All right. So by midnight tonight, just write up a 1 to 1.5 page bio and course expectations. I'll put a Dropbox up on Canvas, and we're good. We're good there. By way of introduction for me, as you're aware, I'm Professor Robert Romano. I've been associated with St. John's University since 2011, so I've been around for a while. I got into sport in kind of a weird way. I played football at a small university up in Massachusetts, Springfield College. Upon graduating from Springfield, I went on to law school, where graduating from there, I didn't practice law. I didn't take the bar. I didn't practice law. Instead, I wrote comedy. I was a comedy writer for many years, 5 years. I was a comedy writer for TV shows, morning radio shows, other comedians, that kind of thing. But what I did over that course of that 5 years was I built up a clientele without even thinking about it. Other comedians, actors, musicians would come to me and say, "Oh, Rob, you're a lawyer, right? Can you look over my booking contract? Can you look over my recording contract? Whatever it is." So I started unknowingly building up a clientele of entertainers. At my 5th-year reunion at Springfield College, I met up with one of the guys I played football with, and he graduated law school and started a firm that represented athletes. So we decided to merge forces, and we started a sports and entertainment agency. I did that for a number of years, 7, 8 years, became a certified NFL rep, where I represented NFL players. Upon doing that, I decided I wanted to get a little bit more education. I went back to school, got my MBA with a concentration in sports management from Columbia University in the city of New York. While I was there, I started teaching. Started teaching sports history. Was actually the first class I've ever taught. Started teaching at Columbia and other universities, and I decided, well, maybe I'll make a career out of this. I liked what I was doing. I liked being an attorney. I liked being an agent. I liked running a sports and entertainment agency, but I also liked teaching. So I went back to school again, and I went to Spain for a year, and I got my LLM, which is a Master's of Law in the area of sports law. So in actuality, international and comparative sports law. So graduating from the school in Spain, ISDE name, Instituto Empresa, I came back to the United States and I started teaching more and more and been full-time here at St. John's going on my 4th year. Even though I've been here since 2011, I was an adjunct professor or part-time professor up until 2018. And that's pretty much my background. If you have any questions on that, if you want to follow up on that, I'd be more than happy to sit down and talk to you about how my career and how I got to this position today. All right. So for your introductions, please, by midnight tonight, just write up a 1 and 1.5 page paper about where you are, who you are, where you're from, and what you'd like to do in your area of expertise, and then what you would like to get out of this class, what you would like to go over, talk about, all that good stuff. All right. With regards to the syllabus. All right, this is summer 2021. Sports history. This used to be sports history and film. They changed it last semester, but I'm going to keep a film aspect to this course. All right, when I've taught it previously, I always incorporated various sports films, sports movies. I'm going to continue doing that with a number of videos and movies that I would like you to watch in whole or in part over the next 5 weeks. So, as you know, Professor Robert Romano, my office, if you'd like to see me, is in St. Augustine Hall, room 2081. My cell phone for this, if you need to get in contact with me, if you need to call me or text me, For those of you who've had me before, you know you can reach out to me just about at any time. And once I'm available, I'll get back to you as quickly as I can. My cell phone, as you see on the syllabus, is 203-777-9797. Email is romanor1@stjohns.edu. I will hold office hours each day. I'll be online each day during this session, Monday through Thursday, between 11 and 12 o'clock. All right, so if you want to log on, come talk to me, chat to me about whatever, I'll be available every day from approximately 11 to 12 o'clock. If you want to set up a specific time with me, please feel free to reach out and we'll do that. All right, as you know, this is an online asynchronous class. All right, but I'm going to hold a synchronous version of this class each week. All right, and it looks like from the emails that I've been getting, Thursdays at 7 p.m. probably works best for most people. So what I'll do is we'll be live during that period of time, however long, 45 minutes to an hour. On Thursdays, we'll come together, we'll go over what we went through during the week so you can be prepared for the quiz that'll be on Friday. All right, each Friday during this course, there'll be a quiz. So I'd like to have maybe a review, question and answer session on Thursday. You log on to that. We go over whatever the questions are, and then you succeed on the test on Fridays. Course description, it's sports history. All right, we're not going to get into the weeds about, how, the American sports process works. No, we're going to go over the Olympics, the ancient Olympic Games. We're going to go over the modern Olympic Games. We're going to go over how we got to sport today. All right, and I'm going to break it down into various categories. Football, basketball, baseball, women's basketball, and how we got to where we are, how races played a part throughout history in sport, how women in sport has evolved, all that kind of stuff, all right? So I'm going to break it down, by category, not necessarily on a timeline. We'll go over the ancient games, the modern games, and then how race has played a role in sport. The hierarchy, the sport, what I call the sports hierarchy, has played a role in sport. So that's how we're going to approach it. All right. So continuing with the syllabus, the required textbook, and I say required in quotes. I know this is only a 5-week course. If you can get the textbook, great. If you can't, I'm going to put up a lot of readings on Canvas anyways. That should be able to supplement and give you the information you need for quiz purposes. Put it this way: if I don't go over it on a PowerPoint or on a lecture over the next 5 weeks, it won't be on on a quiz or on the final. All right, but the textbook is Sports in American Life: A History, 3rd edition, by Richard O. Davis. All right, it's a Wiley Blackwell publishing book. If you can get it, great. If you can't, just let me know and we'll work around it. All right, how you'll be evaluated: 15% is online participation and attendance. So on those Thursdays classes, please log on, please attend, please have questions, and we can go forward from there. There will be 4 quizzes throughout this semester, each worth 12.5%. All right, the first quiz is July 16th, second is July 23rd, July 30th, and then August 6th, and then there'll be a final on August 11th. There'll also be a paper due. All right, I want you to succeed in being a sports manager. You need to write. So there'll be a small paper due at the end of the year, and that paper is going to be based on one of the 3 required movies or films that I'm going to have you watch over the next 3 years. So you pick one of those films, and then you do a write-up. How that film has an effect on you as a sports manager. All right, so we'll get into that as the course goes on. And then the final, I said, on August 11th. All right, if you have any questions on that, please feel free to contact me. Talk to me during the WebEx, or we can set up a time. And then the rest of the syllabi is just basically a breakdown of what we're going to go over. July 8th, introduction syllabus. July 9th, we're going to go over the ancient Olympic Games, then the modern games, and then so forth and so on from there. All right. And that's pretty much it. It'll take us right through to August 11th, so we could have a few weeks of rest before we come back in for the fall semester. Any questions on the syllabus, please feel free to reach out to me. All right, so that being said, what we're going to do. So that being said, what we're going to do for the rest of today is I am going to put a short film up on the Ancient Olympic Games. It's about 50 minutes long. It's a little cheesy, but it gives you a good overview of the Ancient Olympic Games. And then tomorrow I'll have a PowerPoint and video so we can go over that. Also today at 4 o'clock today, there is a seminar. It's not mandatory that you go to. I'm going to put these up all the time. Basically, this one is by Rise. It's called Beyond Justice, Critical Conversations on Sports, Race, and Community Police Relations. All right, so that's at 4 o'clock. It's not mandatory. If you want to go, if you want to join in, there's a way to get in to watch it. You can watch on the Big East Conference Twitter or Facebook pages at Big East or BigEastConference.com. But again, I'll put that up. It's not mandatory. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw these things at you over the next 5 weeks. Various seminars, various symposiums, various talks happen all the time in sport. It's good to log on, see what's going on, see who the players are, that kind of thing. All right, so for today, by midnight tonight, let me know who you are, where you're from, and what you like to do in your area of concentration, and what you expect from this course. I'd also ask you, I think most of you have already, but let me know what time works best for you with regards to having a synchronous online WebEx. So far, like I said, Thursdays at 7 p.m. is kind of working out the best for most of the class. But let me know, what works best for you. If you can't make it during that time, I'm going to record it and upload it anyways, but try to make it as much as possible. All right, fair enough. Thank you for everything. I'm really excited about this class. Really hope that you're as excited as I am, and we'll go from here. All right. Again, any questions, comments, criticisms, I'm always available. Just reach out. Thank you.